so couple reminders, guys. Albert I.O. is due tonight for full credit. I'll take it the rest of the week for half, but why not get it done today? I'm not giving you a new one. So this is your last Albert I.O. for this quarter. So there's not a new one, just the one that's due tonight, okay? We get out of here at 11:56, different bell schedule. Okay, so 11:56. I'm moving the homework check to Thursday because there's just too much going on. And you guys will be in the auditorium on Wednesday. So Wednesday is the day that juniors are taking the SAT, and I'm proctoring. So I won't be done until like second lunch anyway. So there'll be a sign on my door. They will be taking attendance, so don't just take it as an opportunity for a second lunch, unless you don't care about absences. But if you are thinking about exempting, remember, you need to be thinking about your absences, okay? But they are taking attendance in the auditorium for the teachers that are proctoring. Yeah. Same as always, you can't have more than 4. No more than 4. You can have 4 in any one class. Okay? If you go over in one class, though, remember you can't exempt any. All right, so what we are doing, guys, is something called properties of logs. And because we're losing that day on Wednesday, we have another quiz on Friday. We're going to have a quiz on Friday. So I have to really kind of combine some days this week. Tomorrow is going to be kind of a heavy day. Please try and be here on time and ready to go. And then I'm going to allow you guys to have an open note quiz on Friday because I have to kind of rush through things and I won't be here on Wednesday. I'll be with the SAT kids. So take really good notes, guys, and bring them on Friday because you can use the notes on the quiz. When we get to the test after spring break, you won't be able to use your notes, so you have to know this stuff eventually. But some of you don't like to take notes, and that is a mistake with these 3 sections that we're going to do. Okay, so 8.2 is going to take us 3 days to get through, but you can use all your notes. And you need to know these. So these you should memorize, but of course, I'm letting you have open notes for the quiz, but after that, like I said, you will need to for the test. Okay? We have 3 properties that we have to know. The properties are the 3 that we live by. 3 rules that we live by. So product means multiplication, right? Product means multiplication. And so what we're going to do is take 2 logs, or take a log, that has 2 parts of it multiplied together. And what we're going to do is expand it. This will make more sense after I write it, okay? So whenever you see multiplication with logs, you rewrite it so that it shows them separated with addition. So what you're going to remember is multiplication and addition go together with logs. So m times n becomes m plus n. This is called a single log. This is called an expanded log. This is also called condensed. Condensed, small, single, and expanded. Notice when I expand, I gave both the m and the n a log and a base. Let me give you an example. So, for example, if I gave you log base 7, and this 7 could be any number in the whole world, any base, of 4 times x, okay? You guys know that when a number and a letter are right next to each other like that, that means multiplication. To expand it, we will use addition. So I would rewrite that as log base 7 of 4, and instead of times, we'll put plus, and then log base 7 of x. So single, expanded. Single, expanded. Okay? So you're going to remember from here on out, multiplication and addition go together. All right? Quotient, you should know, is division. And so let's use those same numbers. Log base b of m divided by n. Right? Fraction is just division. To expand with division, we actually do the same idea, but instead of addition, we use subtraction. So, division and subtraction go together. And remember, like I said, division is just a fraction, and this fraction bar kind of looks like a subtraction sign, right? Help you remember. Notice both m and n got the word log in the base. Give everybody a log is what you'll hear me say a lot. Okay? For example, if I did log base 7 of 4 over x, which we would read as 4 divided by x, that would be log base 7 of 4 minus log base 7 of x. So division and subtraction go together. And there's one more, and it's called the power property. Power property. Really, really simple. If you have log base b of m to the power of n, so that's a power, you can rewrite that log with the n going to the front. That exponent becomes a leading coefficient. So leading is at the front, coefficient is just number or letter in front of other numbers or letters. Here's an example. Log base base 7 of 4 to the power of x. You can rewrite that putting the x in front. Now, I just showed you going from single to expanded. You can go the other way too. You can be given expanded logs where you have to condense them or create a single log. So you can be given either the left side or the right side of the equation and then have to give the other side. Okay? So we're going to do some examples, and then I'll give you a worksheet to practice. Okay? Good on this page? All right. Okay. So let's take a few and expand it. Expand. That's what the directions will say. So when you have to do one of these, take a look at it and think, okay, what properties are being used? Is there any multiplication going on? No. Is there any division going on? No. This is just the power property. There's really nothing to do except bring it to the front, and it would just look like this. That's all you do. It's just knowing what to do with the numbers. Okay? Okay, is there multiplication going on? No. Is there division going on? Yeah. So this would be log base 3 of x, right? That takes care of the x. We see division, we know we use subtraction, and then we have to do the log base 3 again. Common mistake is just writing log base 3 of x minus y. Everybody gets the log. Give everybody a log, x and y. Both of them get that log base 3. Raja, student services. All right, let's do one more of these because you can be given more than one property in a problem. Log base 8 of x times y to the third. You might see a dot there, you might not, but no, when two letters are right next to each other, we know that that's multiplication. And this is a base, so this is like, well, didn't do a good job of that. I wouldn't go yet. Unless it's an emergency, I would wait, because you haven't seen how to do these last types. All right, so log base 8 of x. We start with that, okay? And then we have multiplication. Plus, multiplication and addition go together, log base 8 of y to the third. But notice there's a power in this one. So we could have done it all in one step, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. So you should also see that, oh, if there's a power, I can bring it to the front. So my final answer would be log base 8 of x plus 3 log base 8 of y. Okay? So there are two properties in there: multiplication, addition, power, coefficient. Okay? So those are just like the examples I gave you in the notes. But what if you were asked to go the other way? I am so sorry, I was writing really fast. Condense, make into a single log. So let me do just a couple of these and I'll give you your worksheet. If I gave you an expanded log, how do I know this is expanded? Well, the word log is written in the problem more than once. And it says condense it or make it a single log. You'll never be given two different bases in the same problem. Okay, so if it's a log base 7 here, it's not like I'm going to give you plus log base 3. They have to be the same log and the same base. Okay, so we make it a single. So that's log base 7. We use it one time. And then addition goes with what operation? Multiplication. So that's 3x. And could you put a time symbol? Sure, with parentheses, whatever. But that's it. It's just putting it together. What about this one? Okay, so I would write the word log and its base one time. So that took care of log base 3, log base 3. And then I have 5 minus 2, but I'm not going to write it as multiplication. I'm going to write it as division, which is a fraction, right? 5 over 2, not a division symbol. That is division. That's it. One last one. Let's put a couple of them together in one problem like we did above. I wish somebody burned popcorn or something. Shoot that sound. Okay, so we're going to take these two logs and make them a single log, condense, make smaller. So we can definitely probably agree that we start with the log and its base, right? Then we have 3 plus. There's a 4 in front and an x, okay? We know addition and multiplication are going to go together, right? So I'm going to have 3 times something. X, just x, x to the 4th. Because remember, if I can take it from here to the front, I can take it from the front up. Okay? So you might have more than one property in a single problem. So these take a little getting used to. You have to get comfortable working with the different properties. Okay. Now listen, there's not work to fill in. Could you just copy the key and get 100% on your homework? Sure. Yeah. But that's not going to help you when you're doing testing, okay? So really, really, really try these. I'll do some of the harder ones with you. I'm not going to try to do this. Okay, so like look at number 5, for example. It's really hard. Not like it could be. Like I'm going to start there. You guys, these are the easier ones. Okay, let me do some of the harder ones with you. Notice you have multiplication and power. There's 2 properties going on in this one. Okay, so I'm going to start by writing log base 9, right? That's the log and the base. Yeah. And that would be u to the 3rd. And then there's times. I'm going to change that to plus. Give everybody a log, log base 9 of v to the 6th. So that was the multiplication, the product property. Now I'm going to apply the power property, which brings those numbers down in front. 3 log base 9 of u plus 6 log base 9 of v. And that's it. There's no like simplifying. It's really just applying the properties. So number 4 might be challenging. Let's look at number 4. So start with your log and your base. Log base 8 of x, right? Then you have division, which is subtraction. Log base 8 of y to the 4th. Power property needs to get applied. That 4 will come down in front. So I can't do anything else with my log base 8 of x, but that 4 can come in front, and that would be your final answer. Remember, powers go down in front. Guys, let's skip down to the bottom and do some of the harder ones down here together. Remember, if you see a number in front, that means it's going to become a power. So try to start incorporating some of them. So I have a plus, and I have a power. That 2 is going to go in that. And we are condensing to a single log. So start by writing your log base 7. And that's the only time you write it. When you write a single log, you write the log and its base one time and one time only. Okay? Then we have u times v times w to the power of 2. U times v times w to the 2nd. See how the 2 is with the w on the front? That's it. That's all you do. Take a look. You have subtraction in number 12, and you've got 2 powers. 10 goes on the A, 2 will go on the B. Write your log and its base one time. And in my numerator, I'll have A to the 10th, right? That's A to the 10th, over B to the 2nd. So it takes some getting used to, but the more you work with them, not copy, the easier they become. Because there's only 3 things that can happen. So use your notes. Look at your notes. And I will put the rest of the key up. Mm-hmm.